Valve just showed us exactly how the Steam frame is gonna run your games. And their own numbers say one of those games are gonna lose 10 to 20% of their performance before they even draw a frame. And no lie, if you build an Unreal Engine like me, there's a lane that skips the whole task. So here's what I got for you today. How the frame actually runs your games, the catch that comes with it, and the move that puts Unreal devs in a real good spot for the launch. Stick around for the last part because it's the part that actually matters for you. The Steam frame runs on an ARM chip, a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, same family of chip that's in your phone. But almost every game on Steam is built for x86, which is the completely different kind of chip that's on your PC. So those games can't just run on it. Something's gotta translate. And Valve's answer wasn't one tool, it was three, stacked on top of each other. You got Proton, which handles Windows games and has been around since Steam Deck. You got Lepton, which is the new one, that handles Android games by running them in a little container. And then you got Fex, because Fex is the thing that takes x86 game code and translates it to an ARM chip in real time. So this isn't just rush thing they slapped together and hit launch date. This is the same slow, quiet groundwork that made Proton and the Steam Deck actually work. They've been cooking this for years. But one of those three layers is where the tax lives, and it's one your game would actually run through. Now here's the catch, and this is the part I want you to really hear. Translating code on the fly is clever, and Fex does it about as smart as you can. It doesn't try to fake your graphics, it hands those straight to the hardware, and it remembers work it already done, so your game doesn't stutter every time you turn around. But no matter how clean you do it, translating is never free. You're doing extra work every frame just to make the game speak the right language. And Valve's own number on this is a performance hit of somewhere around 10 to 20% on certain parts of the code. Now that's Valve's number on paper, and rumor has it holds up. They supposedly got Hades 2 running at 1440p at 90Hz through this thing, which is no joke. But here's my thing, nobody has stress tested this on a demanding VR at the 90 frames per second bar, the frame once for standalone. So I'm gonna personally put this theory through its paces when the headset actually drops. Till then, I'm taking the number as a strong maybe, not gospel. But think about what even a 20% hit means here. This is a little 10-watt chip about the same power as a phone and is trying to hold 90 frames per second in VR, which is already brutal. Losing a fifth of your percentage before the game even draws a single frame on hardware that's already gasping, that's the difference between hitting the bar and missing it. So here's where it gets good for us. And this is the part the news channels aren't gonna tell you, because most of them don't build games. The frames library is basically splitting into two shelves. One shelf is native stuff, built for the ARM chip from the start, and that shelf gets the whole performance budget, nothing taxed. The other shelf is everything running through translation, and that shelf starts every frame already down to 10 to 20%. So it's the same headset, but you got two very different starting lines. And here's the thing, if you build an Unreal Engine 5, you can just be on the good shelf. Unreal already compiles native for ARM. It does Android, it does Linux ARM. A native Unreal build walks in with a full budget and a head start. So you're not fighting the tax. You just skipped it. We're already seeing this too. The VR chat devs uploaded a native Android build as their Steam frame version. And that's probably gonna be the smart move for anybody serious about standalone. Native is the lane. But I just don't want to tell you this and bounce because talk is cheap. Here's the thing. I'm already building a native UE5 VR game. It's called VR Realms and it's free, but I'm bringing it up because it's the whole reason I care about any of this. VR Realms is exactly the kind of native build that's supposed to skip the emulation. So when the frame drops, I'm not sitting here guessing. I got a real test case sitting right here on my own hard drive. I get it. I'm the same way, so I'm not asking you to play mine. I'm asking you to build for it. VR Realms has a free creator kit where you take your own Unreal work and push it straight to Steam Workshop with one button. No coding, no touching my source, just sit there either. Because I built leaderboards into the hub that track which world people actually spend time in. Got the most clicks, actual time. So when somebody hangs out in your world for an hour, and the worlds that climb that board are the worlds I'm gonna feature in videos right here on this channel. This is a free pipeline to put it in front of people. And everything you publish is the same native Unreal build we just talked about. So when the frame lands, your world is on the good shelf too. Come build something, because that's the part I'm actually excited about. When this finally launches, I'm gonna take VR Realms and try to native for ARM chip. And see myself if it holds that 90 frame per second standalone where all these translated games are gonna be sweating. That's the real test only somebody actually building for this thing can run. And I'm gonna run it and report it back. You already know where the subscribe button is. So let me bring it home. Bob showed us the hand, 3 translation layers, and they'll get your whole library running on a phone chip, which is genuinely impressive, but translation costs you somewhere around 1/5 of your frames if your own numbers holds. And if you're building fresh, native in the lane that skips the tax, which puts Unreal devs in a real good spot going to this launch. I'm gonna prove it out with my own game when the frame lands. Drop me a comment. Are you building native for frame or are you gonna let it emulate and eat the tax? And tell me exactly what you want to test when I get VR Realms running on the headset. Because that test video is coming in the comments of what shape it. Test before you trust. Till next time, dev heads.